So good morning all. For today's lecture, we'll be understanding the enzyme action. So what is this? The topic enzyme action. So we all know, we have read so much of biochemistry and we have seen so many cycles. Okay. In this, we have seen that what is the role of enzyme. At each and every steps of biochemistry, the enzymes are involved. So it means for any living organisms, any metabolic pathway requires certain enzymes. If you see, if you count number of steps, like if you take glycolysis, if you take PCA cycle, if you take electron transport chain, if you take beta oxidation of fatty acid, if you take what you call purine and pyrimidine synthesis of nucleotides, so many we have studied till now. If you count each and every step, okay, एक स्टेप आप काउंट करो तो कितनी सारी रिएक्शंस बन के आती है और कितने सारे एंजाइम्स आएंगे. अगर अपन इसको पिन पॉइंट करने लगे, अच्छा ये एंजाइम, ओके, ग्लाइकोलाइसिस में कौन कौन से एंजाइम्स है, हेक्सोकाइनेज है, ग्लूकोज 6 फॉस्फेटेज है, फ्रक्टोज 6 फॉस्फेटेज है, ऐसे करते हुए बहुत सारे अगर काउंट करने लगे तो हमारे पास कम से कम 100 से ज्यादा एंजाइम्स आ जाएंगे. हमने अभी जितनी पढ़ाई करी है बायोकेमिस्ट्री में, तो बहुत छोटा सा बायोकेमिस्ट्री पढ़ा है. बायोकेमिस्ट्री इतनी नहीं होती, बायोकेमिस्ट्री बहुत बड़ा सब्जेक्ट है. समझ में आया आप लोगों की? बायोकेमिस्ट्री बहुत बड़ा सब्जेक्ट है इन विच enzymes play a very important role. In which enzymes play very important what you call role. Okay, तो ये enzymes काम कैसे करते हैं? Okay, ये enzymes जो होते हैं काम कैसे करते हैं वो थोड़ा हम समझेंगे. इसका मैकेनिज्म के बारे में थोड़ा जानेंगे, ये काम कैसे करते हैं. Okay, so my voice is clear now. We'll start the class now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We'll be seeing the mechanism.
Yes, sir.
We'll be seeing the mechanism of enzyme action. First is the mechanism. What is the mechanism behind that enzyme action? We'll be seeing first. Then we'll be seeing enzyme substrate interaction. How the enzyme and the substrate. Substrate is nothing but on which the enzyme is working. Okay, if we take an example of your glycolysis, so glucose, on glucose the hexokinase will act and it will give glucose 6 phosphate. So what is the enzyme interaction? So what is that enzyme interaction? The enzyme hexokinase is interacting with glucose. That is your enzyme substrate interaction. Because of that only the glucose is getting converted into glucose 6 phosphate. So that's the meaning of enzyme substrate interaction. Okay. Then enzyme substrate complex. How this enzyme substrate complex work? Okay. So in this there are some models are there like lock and key models and induced fit model. Then the concept of activation energy and enzyme catalyzed reaction will be studied. Okay. Your class test will be at 12:40 to 12:50. Okay, for this lecture the class test will be at 12:40. Okay, make a note of that. Then coming to the mechanism of action of enzyme. The enzyme increase reaction rate by decreasing the activation energy. It is a very important point. How? What is the role of enzyme? Enzyme decreases the enzyme increase the rate of reaction. Rate of reaction is nothing but how fast the reaction will proceed. It will increase the rate of reaction by decreasing the activation energy. हर एक रिएक्शन को करने के लिए एनर्जी की रिक्वायरमेंट होती है. इफ यू सी दिस डायग्राम विल अंडरस्टैंड दिस लाइन बाय दिस डायग्राम. If you see here, this boy, okay, this boy is pulling, pushing the ball. और देयर इज ए दिस इज लाइक ए हिल, एक सामने पहाड़ जैसा है। इस लड़के को अगर इस बॉल को, इस बड़े से पत्थर को समझो, पत्थर है, बॉल है, जो भी समझना चाहो समझो, अगर इसको इसको लुढ़का के उस साइड भेजना है, अगर इस पत्थर की जो ये जो पहाड़ की हाइट है अगर ज्यादा है, वो ज्यादा स्टीप है, ऊंचा है, then the boy has to put more energy to push this stone over this hill, or you can say over this bump or over this obstacle. Okay, so what is this? The activation energy अगर समझना चाहे, this is like your real life example. So what is this real life example? कि इस इंसान को, इस बच्चे को बॉल को लुढ़काते हुए या पत्थर को लुढ़काते हुए इस पहाड़ से इसको इधर भेजना है। तो इसको ये जो हाइट है ये क्या किस पर डिपेंड करेगा? इसकी जिसको ताकत लगानी पड़ेगी किस पर डिपेंड करेगा? इसकी हाइट के ऊपर। अगर ये पहाड़ और ऊंचा होता तो इसको और ज्यादा ताकत लगानी पड़ती, अगर ये थोड़ा नीचे होगा तो इसको कम ताकत लगानी पड़ेगी। तो ये जो हाइट है, द हाइट इज नोन एज एक्टिवेशन एनर्जी। ठीक है, व्हाट इज दिस हाइट? हाइट रिप्रेजेंट द एक्टिवेशन एनर्जी। जितनी ज्यादा हाइट रहेगी इतनी ज्यादा उस बच्चे को एनर्जी लगानी पड़ेगी। सेम अगर मान लो हमारे पास कोई एक ऐसी चीज आए, कोई ऐसी हमारे पास ताकत आ जाए कि मैं उसको हाइट को नीचे कर सकूं, वो क्या कौन करता है? वो एंजाइम करता है। ये एंजाइम क्या करता है? इसकी हाइट को कम करता है, जिससे क्या होता है, ये जो काम हो रहा है इस काम को आराम से कर पाएगा बच्चा। So enzyme lower the reaction activation energy. This is the like to make you understand this illustration has been made. So without enzyme, when this lactose want to get converted into glucose plus galactose, more amount of energy is required in absence of enzyme. But when the enzyme come, this lactose can easily get converted into glucose and the galactose when the enzyme is there. So activation energy has come down. So enzyme will help. How the enzyme will increase the rate of reaction? Now if अगर मान लो ये हाइट कम हो जाएगी तो लड़का फटाफट ही सारे बॉल है, अगर मान लो 10 बॉल है यहाँ पे, तो ये क्या करेगा? 5 मिनट में सारे बॉलों को इधर ट्रांसफर कर पाएगा अगर हाइट कम है। अगर हाइट ज्यादा है उसको बहुत समय लगेगा, एक एक पत्थर को उसको 10-10 मिनट लगेंगे इधर भेजने में। आया समझ में ये बात? तो दिस इज द रोल ऑफ एंजाइम, how the enzyme will increase the rate of reaction. The answer is by decreasing the rate of, or by decreasing the activation energy. Okay, so if we see this particular graph, ग्राफ दिखाता है कि किस तरह से जो एंजाइम जो होते हैं, एंजाइम जो होता है वो किस तरह से एक्टिवेशन एनर्जीज को कम करता है। सपोज दिस इज योर रिएक्टेंट, this is your reactant, and the reactant want to get converted into product. Just look at my cursor where I am moving the cursor. This is the reactant. Okay, I'll just take this to the paint, from there we'll understand it. Okay, now we'll understand using this particular graph. This is your reactant. ये हमारा reactant है which need to get converted to product. This is the product, and this is the progress of reaction. When this cycle will come, when it start, the reactant will get converted into the product. So this is the progression of the reaction, and this is the energy. So energy required to get convert the reactant to the product. Okay, so x-axis represent the progress to the reaction of reaction, and y-axis represent free energy. This is your y-axis, this is your x-axis. Okay, so reactant जो है, अब सपोज करो विदाउट एंजाइम, इसमें दो केसेस होंगे। विदाउट एंजाइम जो है उसको ये पाथ फॉलो करेगा। व्हाट विच पाथ? इट विल फॉलो दिस पाथ। अल्टीमेटली द प्रोडक्ट विल कम। सी द एनर्जी, इसकी एनर्जी कितनी इसको रिक्वायर्ड पड़ रही है। बट वेयर इज विद द कोर्स ऑफ रिएक्शन विद एंजाइम, अगर ये रिएक्शन जो है विद एंजाइम के कारण होती है, सी हाउ मच ऑफ एनर्जी इट इज, व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द एनर्जी नाउ, यू कैन सी फ्रॉम हियर. This is without enzyme, नो एंजाइम, यहाँ पे कोई एंजाइम काम नहीं कर रहा है और ये एंजाइम के साथ आ रहा है। अब देखो कितना डिफरेंस आ जाता है। अगर हम इसको ग्राफिकल मेथड से समझना चाहे तो दिस रिप्रेजेंट हाउ द एंजाइम विल डिक्रीज द एक्टिवेशन एनर्जी. Ultimately we'll be getting the product. It's not like that without enzyme this reactant will not convert. Okay, but the energy required to convert that reactant to the product will require more amount of energy. Means if suppose in your body ATPs are there, any reaction which is taking place without enzyme, your body will become weak, you will feel lethargic, you will feel low in energy. That's why in human body, to conserve the energy which is produced from different pathway, and that energy should be used for other activities, like if you are running, if you are playing cricket, if you are playing any other sport, if you are doing any other activities, you require energy. So the human body is, that's why we call the human body is a work of art. भगवान ने इसको बहुत अलग, एक बहुत अच्छे तरह से सोच समझ के बनाया है. इसमें हर चीज एक सिस्टमैटिक तरीके से चली गई है. कोई भी ऐसे फालतू चीज नहीं है यहाँ पे हमारी ह्यूमन बॉडी में. ईच एंड एवरीथिंग इज कनेक्टेड टू ईच अदर. ओके, सो for every biochemical reaction which is occurring inside the human body, there is a specific enzyme. That enzyme prevent the utilization of ATP for converting that reactant to the product. That's the meaning. That's the importance of enzyme inside human body. I have told you enzymes play a very important role in any living organism. If you are talking about pharmacy, in pharmacy, most of the drugs, I'll give you an example of NaCid, paracetamol. Paracetamol is a drug which is used as an analgesic and antipyretic. That's the class. It means paracetamol is used for high fever, for reducing the body temperature. How it will work? It will work on an enzyme called COX-1. It is a COX-1 inhibitor. Cyclooxygenase 1 enzyme. That is an enzyme. It will inhibit that particular enzyme. Just now see the importance of enzyme. If we want to decrease the temperature of a human body, if any person is having very high fever, you will give paracetamol. And that paracetamol will inhibit that particular enzyme. COX-1. That's the enzyme name is COX-1. COX-1. It's a COX-1 inhibitor. And it's fall in a category of NaCid. You will study in your further classes. That's why I want you guys to understand the importance of enzymes. Enzymes plays a very important role in any living organism. Now we'll come back to our main slides. Okay. Now we'll see some mechanism, how these enzymes work. Okay, how these enzymes work. There are two models. One is lock and key model. This is a very, very important model and it was proposed long back in 18th century when it was proposed how the enzymes work. Okay, let me give you an example. Okay, this is one key. This is your one laboratory key. I hope you guys can see. This is your laboratory key. There is a lab inside our college. This is the key for this one. This key will go inside this particular chamber and it will get locked. If I want to place any other key, like suppose this is one model. This is the key. If I want to place this particular thing, it cannot go inside because then this is your enzyme. Suppose this is your enzyme and this is your substrate. This enzyme will only entertain this substrate. It will not entertain any other thing. It will go inside this only. See how it is getting locked. If I want to place any other thing like suppose I want to place, if I want to place this particular thing, it will not go. Because the active side, this is your active side. I can place the key from this side only. There is a hole here. I cannot place key anywhere else. I cannot place the substrate from here, from this side, from that side. No, I want to make this model work. I want to place this key from here only. This is your active side from where the key is entering. This is your active side. If you see, I can enter from here only. Now it will get logged. I cannot put any other key, any other model inside. It will not go. See, this is your another substrate. If I am putting in this enzyme, it will not entertain. Every enzyme is substrate specific. Why? Because of active site. Each and every, like if you say, there is a saying in Hindi, जो माँ होती है अपने बच्चे को पहचानती है. अगर आप किसी जानवर का बच्चा है, 100 डॉग्स, 100 पिल्ले घूम रहे हैं, 100 छोटे छोटे पपीज हैं, जो उसकी जो मदर, मान लो उसकी मदर आई है, वो अपने पिल्ले को ढूंढ निकालती है. क्यों? क्योंकि वो दोनों का लॉकिंग की मॉडल की तरह. नेचर के अंदर भी ये नेचर, इफ यू सी द मदर नेचर, इट इज देयर आल्सो. Whereas for human, for a living organism, it is also applicable here also. Each and every enzyme is specific to a substrate. Okay, so this is your locking key model. So what is this? This will wind up fast. You guys understood what I want to say? आप लोगों को समझ में आ गया?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in locking key model of enzyme action, the active site has a rigid shape. Rigid means it is fixed. The shape is fixed. It will not change until unless any external force is coming. Like if you are putting the temperature, then only the structure will change. Okay. Only substrate with the matching shape can fit. Only substrate with the matching shape. This is the matching shape. This is the matching shape. First line, the active site has a rigid shape. If you see here a hole, that is a rigid shape, and the substrate which has the matching shape will only fit here. Nothing else will go. If I want to put this pencil, if I want to put this pencil, I cannot put it. Okay, so that's the meaning of above two lines. The active site has a rigid shape. Only substrate with the matching shape can fit. The substrate is the key that fits the lock of the active site. The substrate is the key that fits the lock of the active site. The substrate is nothing but this is your substrate. I told you, consider this key as a substrate. This is your substrate, and this is your enzyme. So substrate is a key that fit the lock of active site. So that's why it is called locking key model. I hope you guys understood now. This is an older model. However, it does not work for all the enzymes. This is a very old theory. I told you it was proposed in 1800 century, but it is a very old concept. So it will not applicable to every biochemical reaction. So it is a very valid model. So you can see the active site is there. This is your enzyme. So this is your substrate. See the structure of the substrate. This is a diamond shape, and the cavity active site is also having a diamond shape. So when the substrate will come and will bind here only. So this is called substrate enzyme complex. When the enzyme and the substrate complex will form, then only the product will come. Otherwise, product will not come. Okay. Now the second model is your induced fit model. What is this induced fit model? In the induced fit model of enzyme activity, the active site is flexible, not rigid. Okay. So it is saying that the active site is flexible. It can little bit change its structure based on the substrate. Suppose the substrate has some modification has come in the substrate, so it will recognize. It is same like if you have 100 puppies and if you just change the color, or if you just paint the puppy, still the mother will able to identify, because mother has this flexibility to understand. It has that ability to understand. Okay, this is my puppy, this is my baby. Same is this with enzyme. Enzyme with this model, I'm making you understand this model. This model says the enzyme's active site is flexible but not rigid. Even even that puppy has suppose has got some changes in color or something has happened, still the mother will accept the puppy. It will nurture him or her. Okay. So the shape of an enzyme, active site and substrate adjust to the maximize the fate, which improves catalysis. There is a greater range of substrate specificity. This model is more constant with a wider range of enzyme. Okay, so these are the two models which demonstrate how the enzyme and substrate complex work. Okay, so the only difference between the lock and key model and induced fit model is that in lock and key model, the active site is rigid, whereas the induced surfeit model, the active site is flexible. You need to highlight this line, flexible. The active site is flexible. You need to highlight this one. In induced fit model, the active site is flexible. You need to mention it. Then only you'll get marks. Okay. Now enzyme catalyzed reaction. Then is substrate fit properly in the active site. Enzyme substrate complex is fit. Then the substrate fit properly in the active site, enzyme substrate complex is formed, that is E plus S is equal to ES. Okay, if we want to make a chemical reaction, it is the form. Within the active site of the ES complex, the reaction occurs to convert the substrate to product. So after that, this enzyme substrate complex is formed, and this biochemical reaction will trigger, and the product will come. Then the product are then released, allowing other substrate molecule to bind to the enzyme. This cycle can repeat millions times per minute. Okay, the overall reaction for the conversion of substrate to the product can be written as ES is irreversible because the enzyme substrate complex can be broken again. So after the ES complex has formed, then the product will come, and that's a irreversible reaction. It's irreversible. Enzyme substrate to enzyme substrate complex is reversible, but after the enzyme substrate complex, when the product is coming out, it's an irreversible reaction. Okay. So enzyme substrate complex, how it will happen? So see, this is your enzyme, this is your substrate. It will go and it will bind to the active site of the enzyme. It will lead to the formation of this. This is called enzyme substrate complex. This enzyme substrate complex, then the transition time state will come, and ultimately this is your biochemical reaction is happening. Okay, this is your biochemical reaction is happening, and ultimately the product will come out. Okay, so the product, then the product is coming out, it will detach from the enzyme, and the enzyme is again ready to accept the another substrate. So the cycle continues. Enzyme substrate complex, then the product will come out. Again, the enzyme active site is empty, another substrate will come, it will bind. This cycle continues like millions of times. Okay, as per the requirement of the human body. So what are the learning outcome? We have understood. That's why I have told you. That's why I have taken this particular classes to make you understand what is this enzyme substrate complex and what are the different models, like your lock and key models and the induced model. And I have made you understand what is the concept of activation energy. Okay. Now we'll see some MCQs. Which is the active site of the enzyme? Active site is what? Where the substrate binds. That's the active site, not where the modular bind. Modular is nothing but will change the activation energy. No, active site is only for the substrate. So our correct answer is B. Then the lock and key model was proposed. Now look, in 1890s, the answer is 1890s. It is a very old model. It's almost more than 100 years now. More than 100 years. We have figured out how the enzymes has come up. That time there was no microscope, there was nothing. See how the biochemist, how the scientist has come up, lock and key model. Okay. Then was hand in glove model proposed. There was another model, hand in gloves, that was outdated now. We have removed it, but for your knowledge, I just want to mention hand in glove. Like your hand is there, and, and one particular glove is there. You can put your hand into that glove only. You cannot put your hand to the left hand side or right hand side. There is a specific glove only where you can put your one hand. Suppose this is my right hand. If I want to put the glove on it, I have to use the left hand glove only. I cannot use the right hand glove. That is also the meaning how the enzyme works. It will accept only the substrate which can bind to the active site, or it has the same structure. It should be have the similarity like a lock and key model. Change in which type of enzyme structure reduce the catalytic activity. If I change the enzyme structure, okay, suppose this is your enzyme, big enzyme, this is a very big enzyme, okay, you see this is your enzyme, this is one box is there. If I change the structure, like suppose if I just crumble it, now if this enzyme is not in a position to catalyze any reaction. So what is this meaning? The primary, secondary or tertiary, if there is a change in the enzyme structure, now because suppose this is your, just for example, if I open this, if I just open the lid, this is open lid, the substrate will come and it will bind here. So this is your enzyme active site. If I suppose the enzyme is here, okay, this is your enzyme and active site is here. So if I open the lid of this box, if I just crumble it, now any substrate which is going inside it will not fit because the volume, the shape has changed. So it shows if change in any type of enzyme structure reduces the enzyme catalytic rate. So primary changes, secondary changes, and tertiary changes. Finally, is of all over the world. If any change in the primary, secondary, and tertiary will change the active site. If the active site is changed, the enzyme is no longer useful. It is destroyed. It is waste. You cannot use it. In which of the following model enzyme is considered as pre-shaped? Pre-shaped means it is a rigid, and the rigid word has come in your lock and key model. Whereas the induced model shows that it is a flexible model. So which of the following the enzyme is considered as pre-shaped? Pre-shaped means it is shaped is fixed. Pre-shaped. We cannot change it. Pre-shaped. It is already fixed. I cannot change the structure now. That model is about lock and key, not induced model. The correct answer is A lock and key model. After the formation of which complex the product is formed? EI means enzyme and inhibitors. No. Enzyme inhibitors complex is nothing but it will stop the enzyme to function. Enzyme product? No. None of the above? No. Answer is enzyme and substrate. When the enzyme and the substrate bind, then only the product will come out. Then only the catalytic activity will occur. Okay. So that's the importance of enzyme and its active site. Active site, based on this concept, there are many drugs, so many drugs. I will say there are like countless drugs are there which work on this model. Whenever a scientist want to discover a new drug, like an antibiotic or any other class of drug, they work on this kind of models. Then they identify the enzyme and they target that particular enzyme. Okay.
Okay, sir.
In which of the following model enzyme is considered as flexible? Flexible, which enzyme model? Your induced fit model, not locking key. Locking key is a rigid model. Induced fit model, I have shown you. See, if I take you to the slides, I have highlighted here. The active side is flexible, not rigid. This is your induced fit model. The correct answer is the active side is flexible. You see, I have put, we have read this concept before also. So the correct answer is Okay. Which of the following statement is not true? Change in quaternary structure reduce the catalytic activity. Substrate bind on the allostatic site. Specificity allow the enzyme to coexist in the same cell without any interference. Lock and key model is also known as rigid template model. The question, read the question properly. Which of the following statement is not true? Not true means it is a lie, it is false. Change in the quaternary structure reduces the catalytic activity. Yes. Specificity allow the enzyme to coexist in the same cell without any interface. Yes. Lock and key model is also known as rigid template model. Yes. What B says? Substrates bind on the allostatic side. False. No. This is the correct thing. Which of the following statement is not true? The substrate bind to the active side, not to the allostatic side. Okay. Who proposed the induced fit model? This is a GK question. The answer is Daniel K. Boschlein. This is a biochemist. He is a biochemist. He is from Western countries. This person has identified the induced fit model. Which of the following? No, last one. Which model explains the dynamic changes during the catalysis? Dynamic change. It is asking the dynamic change. Lock and key model, no, it is not shows the dynamic change. Rigid template model, that is nothing but the other name of lock and key model. Both, yeah, none of the. The answer is none of the. None of which of the following explain the dynamic change during the catalysis? Rigid lock and key model and rigid template model are the same only. Both. Other option is both. No. Answer is none of the above. Because lock and key model that do not talk about dynamics. Dynamics means how the catalysis occur. There is a study of how the biochemical reactions occur. That is another study. That's a dynamics. Thermodynamics. If you heard the name of thermodynamics, how the dynamics, how the movement is occurring, how the reaction is proceeding. That's the dynamics. Okay. So with this, we have finished your enzyme action. So how an enzyme function. We have understood the theory, the principle. So the principle is what? It works on what? Two models, lock and key and induced fit. Both the models shows how the enzymes function. Okay. When a substrate bind to an enzyme, it forms a substrate enzyme complex and it produces product. Whereas the lock and key model says shows the concept of rigidity. Rigidity is nothing but how the enzymes are very specific to an substrate. It is an old model because it was proposed in 1890s. So it shows how the substrate, how the enzyme active site is rigid, which is, you can say, which is shape dependent. Only the particular key will go and it will bind and it will get locked. Now see, it is locked, it will not come out. That's the meaning. So with that, we have understood how the enzymes function, the theory, the principle, whatever you want to, the hypothesis, you can say the hypothesis, बोलते हैं ना सिद्धांत, इसका सिद्धांत क्या है, इसका प्रिंसिपल क्या है, इसका हाइपोथेसिस क्या है, इसकी रैशनले क्या है, इसकी थ्योरी क्या है, whichever you want to use, you can use the word. You also, being a college student, I'm telling all the students to increase your vocabulary also. You are not supposed to use old word. Always try to use new words. Okay, increase your vocabulary. शब्दावली बढ़ाओ अपनी. हिंदी में बोलते हैं ना शब्दावली. पर्यायवाची बनाओ, पर्यायवाची सीखो. पर्यायवाची सीखनी चाहिए. हर चीज के नए-नए शब्द सीखो. ठीक है? So with that, we have understood how these enzymes function. And with that, thank you all. These are the references. So with this, we have finished this topic. Later on, we'll take up a new topic and we'll understand if I found anything interesting for you guys. Anyway, the syllabus is over and we'll see if anything is important for you guys.